Thank you so much. Now you can see that we have a full spiritual force this afternoon on this Divine Digest talk show. Our dear listeners, Elder Martin Sekaja, we send you regards. The PCM out there, Public Campus Ministry, all members, we want to thank you so much. All professional groups that we have, the Adventist youth groups, we want to thank you for tuning in to 91.9 Prime Radio. To begin with, before I get to the subject of our discussion this afternoon, I understand, my dear panelists, that we are going through tough times globally. This is not segregative. We can't say Uganda, I can't say my home district, I can't say my city. This is global. And we've heard the journals of faith are going down. This pandemic is leaving homes empty. We hear that now even young people are succumbing to this. Even elders, the rich, the poor, small, black, we have, come into a moment where each of us, we have to hold each other's backs because of the pandemic of COVID-19 that we are going through. I know there are some homes that are in fear right now because maybe they have patients who are admitted. And the strange thing about this is that once it gets into your home, now you have to social distance. Gone are the days where we have to go and, pay a visit to our patients, to our dear ones in hospitals. I know it's a traumatizing season that we are going through. And so to begin with this afternoon talk show, I would want to ask my dear panelists, maybe a word of encouragement to the people who are going through this pandemic. I think all of us, because it is not leaving anyone out there. If it hasn't come, maybe it is in the neighborhood. But we have already said that Jesus is Lord over this pandemic. And so I want to request Mrs. Waiswa Esther to give a word of encouragement to maybe families that are out there that are going through this effect of the pandemic. Just a word of encouragement.
Thank you so much, Brother Jasper, for this opportunity.
Thank you.
It is really a difficult time that we are going through as the entire world.
Yeah.
To the families, it carries many questions at home. As families, parents, mothers and fathers seated there, children looking at you, it is really a tough time. At home, I have a young boy.
Yes.
A niece. My nephew, he's a nephew, he asked, Mommy, why don't you go to church? I want to go to church. So even when you explain it is COVID, we've been locked, he can't understand. This is a 1.5-year boy.
Yes.
So it's really a tough time for the families, but we want to encourage you and bring hope that the Lord cares even in such a circumstance. The other words of encouragement are from the practices we can do in our families. Because it is at the family level, when we control ourselves, when we take care of ourselves, we can be able to curb down the entire COVID situation, starting from our families. I want to encourage the families out there to practice the health lifestyle. It's unfortunate that many families out there do not practice eating healthful. I mean eating vegetables. Vegetables do you take? How much fruits do you take? It is so unfortunate that there could be some who even take long to even eat garlic. It is given this period that people are realizing what to eat. Try eating this. Try taking lemon. Try taking garlic. Try taking ginger. Try taking this. People are now waking up that yes, to live healthful, you need to practice the principles of eating some of these important foods. So families out there, I would like to encourage you that please practice healthful living. Healthful living through what you eat. You know, previously it would be so funny, Brother Jasper, to somebody to eat garlic, for example. Somebody will wonder, oh, how will I go to public while smelling garlic? But now everybody is on garlic, taking garlic, realizing the need. Lemons. It is of recent that I realized that the lemons are even out in the market, out of stock. Previously, there were so many lemons across the streets in Kampala when you would move, but today it is very rare. Yesterday, I was trying to look for some lemons, and only 4 lemons were 2,000, which has never happened. So I asked myself, Lord, why is it that the COVID now comes and all this situation where they are telling people take juice of lemon, and the lemons are not on the market? Yeah. Previously, there were a lot. Yeah. In conclusion, friends out there, families, let's practice healthy practices. Healthful living, what we eat, mind what you eat, mind what you take. Sharing, all this information is very important. But above all, keeping in the SOPs.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Pastor Mumbere, this pandemic, this time around, the youth, we were a little bit, comfortable because once when it came here, they told us, the elderly now, you're at stake. But this time around, we hear the government officials from the healthy wing saying that, even the youth this time around, we are not left out. And, the office you hold, I know you speak to so many young people out there. So what word of encouragement would you give to people out there who are going through this? In a minute, yes.
Okay, thank you very much, moderator. I'm reminded of a statement that we've always read in one of our books written by one great inspired lady who lived her time, who wrote and said, the test will come to everyone. Yeah. Now, of course, we can bring it in a context that all of us will face a situation that will remind us that the end is about to come. From human beings to nature, you can imagine things are not the same anymore. Even in nature has changed. The way we grew up seeing everything has changed. There are signs that are showing us that we are entering a period when Earth history will be covered up. Yeah. So that every item will suffer. When Elijah said that, talked to King Ahab and said, as long as I live, there will be no rain or dew, but by my word, everything had to be affected. Yes. Sheep and all livestock would die on the hillside, all the vegetation, young and old died. So all this happened. But I want to say this, and I said it a while ago, that Jesus prays for me, prays for you. He has encouraged us. He has done it in the past. And many times our Christianity will not grow unless we go through certain hard situations to bring an awakening in our mind, to help us become different from what we are. But all in all, God cares. God still knows the way through the wilderness. And I want to encourage everyone, let's draw near to God. He will also draw near to us. Yes.
Wow. Beautiful. Thank you so much. We draw near to God, and He is going to draw near to us. Pastor Mwakalonge, we are in fear. These days, even when we want to go look for money out there, we fear to go downtown because the times have changed. Gone are the days we used to come for camporees, retreats, talk about seminars, and we meet all different kinds of people from different walks of life. But this is not the case. I'm told you have a wedding now with only 20 people. I'm like, oh my God. You know, you go for a funeral, only 20 people. And so I would also ask you to give a word of encouragement in about 2 minutes to our people out there who are also in this shock of the pandemic.
Thank you, Brother Jasper. I join my friends, Mama Waiswa and our Pastor Mumbele, to really admit what you have asked us, that we